Friends, thanks for joining me. It is Wednesday afternoon, October 22nd, and I'm in my craft room in Denver, North Carolina. And I wanted to spend a little time with you, and we're just going to make a fun little fall card. Today is National Give a Dog a Break Day, which is meant to celebrate adoption of dogs. And I have adopted this summer a puppy named Lily, who is currently barking in the background. I don't know if you hear her, but in honor of National Give a Dog a Break Day, I'm not going to yell at her, and I'm just going to let her do her thing, and hopefully it won't disrupt us. Um, Let me know if you've adopted a dog or what your pups' names are. All right, so today we're playing with the Coneflower Celebrations kit. And I love this kit because it's a bundle. I love this bundle because you can make a card where the little flower opens up and it gives a place you can put a message inside. So we're going to do that today. So let me show you some of the things I'm using. These really are a few of my favorite little close to Stampin' Up! Supplies. I bought this as soon as it came out, but this is honestly the first time I've used it. So there is this really wonderful sunflower 3D embossing folder. And I don't know if you can tell from the video, but it's actually quite large. So this is probably like 6 by 8.5. So you can emboss a very large piece of paper, and I think this would be wonderful for scrapbooking. I haven't used it on a scrapbook page yet, but I hope to do that sometime soon because I really love the way it came out. So one of the layers on our card I've embossed using that folder, and you can see like the really rich design that we get there. And then we'll also be using the Coneflower Celebrations kit. And this bundle, and this has some great sentiments in the stamp set. This one I think I'm going to be using really quite a lot. So there's a happy belated birthday, and then there's this, I'm sorry I missed your special day. Let's extend the celebration. So I can see myself stamping that one on quite a lot of envelopes. I do try really hard to keep a list of people's birthdays and remember them and be prepared with cards made ahead of time. But somehow I always find out, oh no, today is so-and-so's birthday, and I didn't send them a card ahead of time. So I think people will be happy to receive a card even if it's late, and that little note, just helps make it a little cute. There's other things you can use here, celebrating you, thank you, you made my day, it's your day. And I like this one too. I love that I've known you for so many birthdays. I do have several friends that I've known for quite some time, and I might use that one too. And then there's the flower that you can stamp, so you don't have to do the die cuts, you can just stamp with that, or you can do the die cuts and stamp. And then there's a cute little butterfly too. So let's switch the camera to focus on our work surface here, and we'll just jump right in. So I have made sort of a vertical open card, standard size. It is 5.5 this way and 4.25 that way. It's just folded on the top. And then I have a piece of lighter tan card that is 1/4 inch less, 4 inches wide, 5.25 inches tall, and we're going to use that for our inside, and we'll be doing a little stamping there. So let's go ahead and stamp that. We're going to use the stamp I just told you I liked. So we've got the one that says, I'm sorry I missed your special day. And I'm going to use the dark green color on that. And then I'm going to stamp on the inside a butterfly using the orange that matches the color that I've made my flower out of on the front. And then let me show you something I started doing recently. I already stamped this, but I printed out a bunch of pages. These are just like a quarter size of a normal piece of paper. So I put 4 of these designs in a Word document and then print it out. And I wrote inside. So then as I'm making cards, if I have a sentiment inside, I'm trying to stamp that here, and then I'll slide this. I'll show you, I'll slide this in the back of the envelope, the clear envelope I keep my cards in, and then I can always see what's on the inside without pulling the card out and opening it. And I find this is allowing me, this is encouraging me to do more stamping on the inside. Sometimes I tend to leave the inside blank because I'm not sure what I'm going to want to say, or I'm not sure I'll find, the card will be as I expected when I opened it. And then I printed some, I don't have one nearby, I printed some that just say blank inside. So if I haven't done any stamping inside, I'll put that in the back. And then I and others know that they're blank. I will sell my cards as well. So that's good for customers who are looking at it. And this has my Blueberry Canary crafting logo and website as a reminder. You could easily make this your own, but I found that quite helpful. So that's what's on the inside. And then we will just be layering these 2 layers on the front. So now here's the other things I have here. I am missing my bling. Oh, it's over here. Okay, thought it fell out. If you make my card kits, if you come to a card buffet or you purchase my advent kit, for example, be careful opening the little envelopes, because I will frequently have little embellishments like this or other die cuts in the envelope. So we've got 2 little dots we're going to be using. These are the cutouts using the dies from the Coneflower set. So you can see we've got leaves with double layers. I'll glue the little kind of, vein. The die cut cuts it like this. I bet you could make butterflies out of that. I haven't seen anybody do that, but it looks like a butterfly to me. So it cuts this double that's connected and just fold it over. So one side, the back will glue down to the card, and then this will flip up. It has another layer that has some of the petals, and then there is another cutout that's like the little center of the card that I've cut out in brown. And so the stamp set has the Coneflower stamp, and I'm going to use this to stamp on, let's see, what will be the front of the little open card here. Now, I learned the first time that I did this that it's important to line up which side you're stamping on. So I recommend doing this part first before you stamp the inside, because this has to go a certain way for it to line up perfectly. And if I stamped on the other side, which I did by mistake already, it doesn't quite line up, and the stamping doesn't look as nice. So it's not really a symmetrical coneflower, although it might look that way on the surface. So I'm going to use, really, it's the same, actually I'm using the same color ink as the paper here. So tone on tone, just to give it some dimension. Okay. And then this is going to layer on top of it, but I felt like I wanted a little bit more light color to my top layer here. So I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper, and I'm just using a little sponge dauber with a slightly more yellowish, lighter color of orange, and I'm just sponging this on. what'll be the top layer. And so you do have to be careful to kind of just go in one direction here. Otherwise the leaves get bent up like that pretty easily. But it actually, I think it's kind of good to give it a little bit of extra movement and texture to have those leaves loose like that. So that just gives some more dimension. Set that aside. And then let's see, I think that might be all, and we're ready to assemble. So let me close up my inks over here. Get those out of the way. And then I'll just, oh, one more thing. I closed my ink too early. So I take the green. And I told you there's room now for a little secret message inside. So I'm going to stamp on the inside here, happy belated birthday. And so you see, you don't really see that on the card, but if you open that, you see happy belated birthday. All right, so now I'll just be gluing these things all together. No big techniques involved there. All right, so that gives me a few minutes to talk to you about what's going on at Stampin' Up! And in my upcoming card classes. So first thing for today is that today, Wednesday, and for the next 2 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Stampin' Up! Is doing free shipping on all orders over $75. So if you have a wish list, now's the time to get that order in. Shipping is normally like about 11%. I think it is 11%. So that can save you great money you can use to buy more craft supplies. And then you can order on my website, which is www.blueberrycanary.stampinup.net. And that'll take you to where you can browse all the products. You can search by names and keywords and things like that if you have something in mind, or you could just browse, see what you would like to treat yourself to. All right, second thing is during the whole month of October, so we've got like another week left, Stampin' Up! Has an amazing offer to sign up to join Stampin' Up! And when I say amazing, I mean amazing. So it's like $90 worth of free products. You pay $35 and you get to choose right then. You place your order for up to $125 of anything you want from Stampin' Up! And there's free shipping on that as well. You also will get in that kit, in your starter kit, a free paper pumpkin. So they'll include another kit, a paper pumpkin kit. That's like a $25 value, $27, I think, because it normally you have to pay for shipping. And then there'll also be like some free catalogs and business supplies if you have friends you want to share with, or if you'd like to actually start your own business, but that's not required. So it's perfectly fine just to be a consumer shopping for the discount, because in addition to the starter kit where you can get this great deal right now, you'll be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator demonstrator, I don't know the right word, and you'll be able to get up to 20% off on all your orders until at least March of next year. And then depending on how much you have bought or sold to others, or others have bought from your website, from Stampin' Up! And identifying you as their demonstrator, that could continue indefinitely if you're buying and or selling more than $300 every 3 months. Or if you've got everything you need and you're not meeting those sales is no problem. You just don't get the discount anymore, and you go back to being a customer, enjoying whatever products you like whenever you would like. So I really recommend you take a look at that. I know it being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator might not be at all on your bingo card, but uh, almost everybody that I know really would love to get $90 of free crafting supplies. So you can just do that, and there's no further obligation. And if you have any questions about that, just reach out to me, send me a note, or call me. You can reach me most easily at email at Tina at blueberrycanary.com, or send me a note on Facebook or anything, and I'll be happy to walk you through that. I heard the other day on a call I was on that there were like last week, so maybe what was that, halfway through the month, there were like over 6,000 people who had signed up under this amazing deal. So the crafty community is growing, and I love that. That's why I'm here. I kind of started for saving money, but then I stayed because of all the fun crafting with other ladies and doing life together with a bigger community. I've been doing this actually since 2007. I started with a company that was called Close to My Heart, and I was with them until last year. I guess it's been one whole year, a little over 1 year now, when they closed their doors, as the founder was retiring. And then I moved over to Stampin' Up! And I love their products and their community just as well. So that's been great for me, and I'd love to have you join. My little corner of the Stampin' Up! Community, my team is called Hearts and Crafts Team, and we are sort of just getting started and growing, and I'd love to have you be part of that. All right, and then let's see, back to my card. So I've glued everything down, and now I'm just tying a small piece of brown thread to make a bow, which I can't probably talk and do a bow at the same time. Bows are not my superpower, but I'm getting better and better every one I tie. So got this little brown bow I'm gonna glue on. I want to make the little threads a little shorter. And I love how sometimes just the simplest little thing, like a little tiny piece of thread, adds a really nice little point of interest. So I'm just going to glue that on with a glue dot. And then lastly, I wanted to just share with you some of my upcoming events. If you are nearby in North Carolina, I hope that you'll join us. And I am thinking of doing some virtual events for people who are not nearby. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. We could all get the same kit. I could have it delivered to you, and then we could gather online to catch up and chat and make our kits. So as I finish up this card, my next events, let's see, our next one is Friday. I'll have a card making buffet Friday. We'll do afternoon and evening, so you can come anytime between 2 o'clock in the afternoon and 9 o'clock at night. I know some people like afternoon, some people like have to come after work. And that will have all kinds of different cards. You pick what you want to make, and you pay $3 for each card that you complete. So you can make one card, you can make 20 cards, whatever works for you. I also will have some kits available in case you'd like to get a kit and take it home, or get a kit and work on it instead of making individual cards. And then the next event I have scheduled will be November 6th. I'm going to be doing a kit together. We're going to feature the Nutcracker Tags kit. That one is beautiful. It makes 12 cards, 12 kit tags that are nutcrackers, and they have a lot of glitter on them and several layers put together. So that'll be another fun night. You can make that kit, or you can make a different kit that I have, but that's the one we'll kind of be focused on. And then keep your eyes peeled for future events. I don't think I have my dates set now for the rest of beyond that first week of November. I'm going to be doing a little bit of travel in November, so it'll probably be late November or early December. We'll do Christmas. I think we'll do a Christmas theme day. Maybe we'll do cards and cookies or something like that. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope you love this card. The Coneflower Celebrations can be made in so many different colors. So I should have, I made another one with yellow. Let me show you. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you alone for a second, but I realized I should show you this other card because you can see a completely different look. And so here's another one of those little paper sheets I made. This one's blank inside, so I put that on the back. So this card uses yellow, and you can see really like it gives you a whole different vibe, even though it's essentially the same design. A bright, you can use bright colors. I've seen people use light blue and purple and white. So I really love this kit. I mean, this bundle, I keep calling it a kit, the bundle of the stamps and the dies for the Coneflower Celebrations. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope to craft with you soon. Have a great day.